Well, okay. Canon is what I will be talking about. The EOS R3, which we've spoken about before, has a firmware update allowing quite a few new things, which it's just so crazy what they can actually do just through updates. It's pretty nice. Initially, it had the ability to shoot 30 frames per second continuous bursts. We were like, dang, that's pretty quick.
That is.
The new firmware update says it now allows it to shoot at 195. Yeah.
What?
And I was like, huh? But then this is a part where it was like kind of confused me because it says that, but then it says you can shoot between 2 and 50 images at frame rates between 30 and 195 frames per second. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it can shoot it at a rate of 195 per second, but it can't actually shoot 195 per second. It can shoot a max of 50 before it needs to like buffer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because they're like, you look how much you can shoot, but you can't really. Right. So I don't know why. I don't know. That part's weird. I don't know why it doesn't just say like 50. I don't know. It's weird.
It can do 195 per second.
That's what it says.
Right? So you're not even going to shoot for an entire second.
Yeah, exactly.
You're only going to get 50 shots, and that takes whatever the math is on that.
Yeah. And then if you go slower, you can shoot over a second, but you won't get as many shots. Like you won't get as many you know what I'm saying? Like there'll be bigger jumps between each shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which
I mean,
is
like
interesting.
30 is already really fast. Like who needs 195?
I know, that's insane. So like, yeah, what is like, yeah, that's so crazy.
I see where the confusion is though, right? Like I would rather it say you can shoot 50 photos in like this amount of seconds.
Yeah, like 2 to 50, and it can be like a range of time. I feel like that would be a bit more straightforward for people. I don't know, maybe not, but that part, first I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, 195. I write that down, and then I read a bit more, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You just lied to me, basically. Sort of. Anyway, that's a nice feature. Also, we have some super slow-mo with 240 frames per second now. I don't know what it was previously. I'm guessing 120. But yeah, now 240, which is usually only in like dedicated video cameras.
Yep.
That allows you to slow things down a lot. The only drawback is there's no audio, but really I don't think you need audio if you're shooting something that slow. Yeah. So it's probably fine.
It's pretty normal. I think. Yeah. Once you get into like super slow-mo.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you don't need, I don't know, whatever noise is going to be there. You can just add some sound effects usually, I feel like, if it's...
Yep.
Yeah. They're including a time-lapse mode as well. And a new focus stacking mode, which I don't know if it does it. It just does it all for you in camera. That's what I'm imagining, the way it sounds. Right. And it's also compatible, that like mode, you can use it with one of their speed lights. The Canon Speedlight EL1, which is cool. So you can add some off-camera lighting and then still focus stack all in camera, which would be like super nice. I'm curious to see how well it works. Because, you know, like we had a whole assignment on that, and you can use Photoshop. Photoshop's not bad, but we did use a different program for it. Helicon focus, yes.
Yeah.
Which is like completely dedicated to just focus stacking, right? I think, or like basically, it's literally called Helicon focus. I don't know. That's what it seems like. That's all we used it for. Might be entirely wrong on that. But yeah, that's just very nice. I'm wondering if we'll like see a lot of issues with it at first, or if it's just going to be right off the start, you know, and have, because when I would do some in Photoshop, I noticed there were some bits that were out of focus, but it was good enough to the point where it works. And then they're also adding an enhanced digital image stabilization. Geez, I can't talk. In movie mode, which is also nice.
I think I saw that in Peter McKinnon's video.
Yeah. So I guess it only had one, because I know my camera has, I don't know what the first one's called, but you can turn it on and then you can turn on enhanced. So I guess they only had the one on this one, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't have both, unless they have two and a further enhanced one now. That I'm not 100% sure of, but you love to see it. Obviously it's going to crop in more.
Yep.
But I mean, if you don't have a gimbal, sometimes you gotta, you know, just work with what you got. So
exactly.
Yeah. And that's about it, honestly.